welcome everybody to the information Zoom for Jumpstart to 2023, Healthy Through the Holidays. My name is Grace, and I'm so excited to have you all here. We're going to keep it short, and we're just going to share a little bit of our enthusiasm and our why regarding our decision to lean into a protocol that's going to support us to stay healthy through the holidays. And when I'm talking about through the holidays, we'll take it 30 days at a time. But for myself personally, I'm really going to commit to 90 days. I'm going to use December as my runway to get my nutrition in place, organize my goals in my mind. And by the time that January comes, I've already got a head start, right? And then as January's here, we're going full force with whatever our goals are in regard to our health and our wellness. And then February, that last 30 days, I'm going to use that as a time to integrate and pull all the threads together and weave a really cohesive tapestry. So that's the idea that we have here for this 90 days. And whatever portion of that really speaks to you, I hope that you will jump in and join us. So right now, I just want to let you know that just for being on this Zoom, two things are happening. Number one, you have an opportunity to win the entire Superfoods protocol that we're centering this experience around, okay? And number two, we have decided as just a little surprise bonus, right? Stay on till the end, because at the end, we're actually going to draw a name and give away one product on this Zoom, all right? So go ahead and put your name in the comments, right? If you look at the bottom, for those of you who might not know, there should be something that says chat. And if you click on that, you'll have the opportunity to share in the chat. And I am not going to look at that right now because it will distract me. But I want you to just put your name. I'm here, put your name, and then let me know who invited you to this Zoom, right? So just to share a little bit about my story, I found this nutrition protocol in 2015. I was 2 years postpartum. I had my daughter at the age of 42, so I was late in the game. I was literally perimenopausal and postpartum simultaneously, and excuse my language, but it was kind of a hormonal shit show, honestly, and I was having a hard time keeping my head above water. Luckily, two of my really dear friends had been doing this protocol, and I was watching them on social media and reached out, and I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but I need help. I really, really need something. My daughter was 2 years old, and I was in a lot of pain. I had hypothyroidism. I had no energy. So here I was, a mother, finally, at the age of 42. At this time, I was 44. And just having this adorable, beautiful human that I had absolutely no energy to engage with. And I kept hearing myself tell her, I'm tired. No, mommy can't do that right now. And something really clicked in me. This is not how it's going to be. I have to make some changes. That was November of 2015. So I purchased my package on the 11th of November, and I did 10 days of really leaning into this protocol, and I went until Thanksgiving.
Oh, you froze. She'll come back.
Yeah, can you all hear me?
Now we can.
Okay, so I transformed my health over the next month and years, like more than I ever even thought was possible, all right? And so I actually, for the last 2 years, I've been taking the products, but not leaning into them in a really profound way, like I know that I need to. And here I am entering my menopausal time and experiencing kind of similar things. So I decided to get really serious and lean back into the protocol. And luckily, there is a crew of phenomenal coaches and health professionals and mothers and people who are on board as well. So we are coming together to co-facilitate this experience. And with that, I'm actually going to hand the mic over to my dear friend, Bethany. Bethany is someone I've been working with in this mission for a very long time, about 7 years now. And she really is someone that is at the forefront of her community in regard to health and wellness and the way that she is raising her children and homeschooling. and just really has a purity of heart, but also a lot of enthusiasm and influence really in her circles to be able to help a lot of people get healthy. So thank you so much for being here, Bethany. I'm going to hand it over to you. You're on Zoom. You're on unmute.
There we go. Thank you, Grace, for sharing your story and opening things up. Hello, everybody. Grace is the person who first shared this mission with me because I was kind of in a similar place as she was. She has a strong footing in the birth world as a birth worker, and really helping women especially transform their experience around birth and nutrition and health and just wellness. And she's been a great guide here for me in transforming my life with Purium. I have been with Purium for 7 years, and it really is a lifestyle company. I've been able to completely transform my life. When I started, I was 4 months postpartum, getting an emergency appendectomy after already struggling with hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, skin rashes, fatigue, irritability, exhaustion, and just completely withdrawn from my life. And I had I had a 2-year-old as well. So that was kind of my final straw. It was just had given birth. I was healing from all of that. And then I had so much inflammation in my body that I had to go in for emergency appendectomy. And that's when I spoke to Grace. And, now I'm like, within 3 months, I was able to just see again. When you're so withdrawn, you just feel like you can't even see outside your own eyeballs. And then it went from black and white to seeing in color. And I just had more energy. I had the ability to be with my family and began to regain a sense of presence in my life. And that in itself was profound. But then I was able to balance my T3. I was able to, within 18 months, lifestyle company, get my self into complete and full remission with Hashimoto's. I have not missed a day of these products in nearly 7 years. I'm now on the core 10, and it is a crucial part of maintaining my health because I know, as a massage therapist and a yoga teacher and someone who's been in the health and wellness industry since, or I don't like to say industry, but the health and wellness world since 2009, I never realized how much nutrition is such a big factor. You can do the yoga, you can do the breath work, but you also need the nutrition. So 7 years later, I am able to really exercise every day, deepen my practice with my yoga, deepen my practice with everything. And it has just transformed my whole entire family. And brought me back into a place where I feel really good. And one of the biggest things about our company is that it's not just a lifestyle transformation company to transform us each individually. It's just, it brings together an amazing community of people who are helping others transform. So there's a massive ripple of people in the world that I work with, that we work with, Grace, Tanya Tao, all these amazing women that are going to speak here, who are sending out that ripple. And that's really the mission of this company, is to, regenerate health for the individual, but regenerate health for the planet. We have a massive plastic-free initiative. We have saved billions of plastic from going into the landfill every single day. And at this point in time, with inflation, we have some of the highest quality products for the least amount of money. And, Dave Sandoval, he grows things in such a way that is just, the integrity is quite amazing. He won't cut the wheatgrass until it's at its most nutritional potency. And then we harvest it and then we process it. So we know all the steps along the way. And I think that's why it really works, is the integrity and the heart and just the thought and the love and care put into the whole entire system. But it's a great thing for the holidays, because this is where, a time for all of us when we can really get lost in the hubbub of the holidays and, going out, overeating, over drinking, or just grieving because there's so much loss. And, there's so many people that you want to be with on the holidays that are not here. And there's just so many areas of both joy and sadness during this time in this season. And so it's amazing to be able to have a container where we can, put this nutrition into our bodies so that we can hopefully, not hopefully, but so that we will stay in a good place mentally and will allow us to move through all the emotions that we will go through during the winter season, the dark season, and the holiday season, which can also be, it's really all about light. So yeah, it's all about light. And this helps us stay connected to that. So thank you so much for being here. I'm really looking forward to this container, and I will definitely be doing pop-up yoga at some point to another group once you purchase your pack, and we'll have our supportive container where on that I'm going to pass it over to Tanya, who is a fitness nutrition coach and mama, and just another kind of superhuman who is going to share her story with us.
Thank you, Bethany. And thank you everybody for being here, those who I know and those who I don't know. So I just want to share a little bit about my story, my health story. And then I'll give just a short detailed synopsis about the nutrition protocol that we're talking about. That's the foundation of this full Healthy Through the Holidays container, because I fundamentally believe, and I know from over 20 years experience working with people, that the bullet train to changing your life is what you're putting in your body. So it will change everything else. So we can change all these external things, and that helps, and lifestyle things. But when you literally you change what you're putting in your body, what you're not putting in your body in your kitchen, it informs on the strongest level everything else in your life, meaning your energy, your emotional state, your level of anxiety, depression, all of it. It's real, it's powerful. I've seen it for 20 something years, and all kinds of research and data to back that up. So it's the cornerstone, and the good news is it's actually the easiest thing to do, right? Controlling, with all the chaos out there, control what you're putting in your body. So as Bethany said, I've been a fitness and nutrition coach for 20 something years. And because of, I guess, or because of my habits, I enjoyed and celebrated optimal health for decades, my entire adult life, until I was about 46. And my story is actually similar to Grace's. I became a mother late in life, and I was premenopausal, and the unprecedented stress of that sent me almost overnight into a falling from grace health situation. And I was really suddenly freaking out. I was so depleted. I didn't understand. I didn't know that fatigue on that level was real. And holy cow, I don't know how us mothers do it, and the world keeps moving, but I was so depleted. I was a single mom, and started having menopausal symptoms. And really what was happening is I started aging really quickly. I was 46, and my skin started to get sallow and crepey and dry and awful, and my eyes were looking dead, and my hair, I was just a mess. And I started gaining weight, and I had, as I said, as a coach, I had all these tools in a toolbox. I've been helping people for decades manage their health and manage their weight, specifically women specifically. And here I was suddenly, and nothing I knew was working. And I had this excess weight I wasn't happy with, particular because I had an image to uphold, right, as a fitness coach. But so I was really frustrated with that. And so I happened to know this brilliant dietitian, a PhD dietitian who's a homeopath. And I started working with her, and she's a woman who 35 years ago was talking about inflammation and the gut and liver and all that. And so I started working with her all through natural protocols. did a doctor guided liver cleanse with her. I started juicing. I started doing, nourishing from a natural standpoint. And that started, and it helped. It started helping. My skin was the first thing that started to improve a little bit. And I worked with her for a couple of years, but I was still exhausted. Granted, I wasn't sleeping a lot, but I was exhausted. And I, in this time, opened up a fitness studio so I couldn't be exhausted. I was teaching 15 classes a week. I was exhausted and impatient as a parent and not enjoying it. As Grace said, I wasn't enjoying it. I was resenting everything. It was not good. And I was having intense menopausal symptoms, like the worst. So I reached out to a girlfriend of mine who had gone from being so sick, some of you know, Rachel Bouncet, so sick, much sicker than I was, to within a year winning a bodybuilding competition. I was like, what is that? So I reached out to her. I said, what are you doing? None of the tools in my box are working. I need some help. And so it was this 30-day protocol that, when I say gave me my life back, I'm not exaggerating. Within 2 weeks, my energy was soaring. Even though I was only getting 3 to 6 hours of sleep a night, I was elevated, lifted energy all day long. I felt like myself again. And within 30 days, my skin came back online. I literally looked in the mirror one day and went, oh my God, there you are. My eyes were brighter. And the weight came off. Like, that was just sort of secondary. I lost the weight without even thinking about it. Cause this isn't about calorie counting or macros or any of that kind of stuff. It just, honey, will you turn that down? So amazing. And I was like, what is this? This is amazing. And I actually want to say, before I did it, I sent it off to my dietitian, who I trusted implicitly. She's not a typical dietitian. Some of them are still hawking the South American diet, but, and we vetted it and we went through all the ingredients, why is this different? So it's different. It's brilliant. And again, I want to say that it is what you are putting into your body, or what you're not putting into your body, is 100% affecting the state of your life, the state of your mood. I've had so many people report to me when they change what they're eating that their anxiety goes away. I mean, if just that happened, how powerful would that be, right? Depression, anxiety. So yes, weight loss is awesome. And as we go through the holidays, one of the reasons we're doing this container is because the average American gains 8 to 10 pounds between now and January, mid-January. So that's awesome, right? We want to keep our weight at a place that makes us feel better. But if we could have more energy, be sleeping better, have better digestion and all of that, and feel like we're held through the holidays and not deserting yourself. I just want to say that I have a history of abandoning myself at the holidays. And what that means is I was healthy, and, I was the poster child for how to do it all year long. And in December, I would just totally abandon myself. Total all or nothing mentality. I would eat all the things, stopped working out, I was just a mess. And I did this every year. I would also do it when I went on vacation. So I don't do that anymore. But this container for me is born out of that, because I know a lot of people do that, and it doesn't have to be that. And so we're going to have simple strategies on how to maintain your sanity and not leave yourself during the holidays. So I just want to quickly tell you, if for those of you who don't know what this 30-day protocol is, that's going to be the foundation of what we do for the next 30, 60, 90 days, I want to share it with you. So it's a all food-based superfood protocol, like a supplemental protocol. And the simplest way to do it is you just do 2 shakes a day of one of the shakes, which are like nothing else on the planet. And here's the non-plastic biodegradable packaging, by the way. You can just throw it in your garden, throw it in the ground, and it'll biodegrade itself. So you're going to do 2 of those a day. This is all your veggies for the day. It's 96% of your daily recommended nutrients, beyond organic, and tastes amazing. And in the morning before that, actually, you're going to start with my favorite thing in the world, MAPS amino acids. So these are super aminos 23. This is your protein while you're doing this, unlike any other form of protein in the world. And we could have, in fact, maybe we will do a deep dive live in the group once we get started to really talk about these in depth because it's important to know. So you're going to do the amino acids in the morning, a shake. And then with your shake, you're going to take Biomedic, which is the only product so far on the planet tested and proven to remove glyphosate from our gut. And again, maybe we'll do a glyphosate deep dive so people understand what that is, but it's a prebiotic. And just this, guys, is changing people's lives because we're all poisoned with glyphosate. So we need to do more talk about that. So we're going to take 1 to 4 of these a day. And then at night, you get to have the apothecary, which is delicious for one thing, but it's also arguably the highest antioxidant fruit on the planet. Amazing for deep cellular regeneration, kidney filtration, and most importantly, maybe dramatically improving our sleep because it helps us produce melatonin. It's naturally high in melatonin. So people dramatically improve sleep and deeper and more dreaming and stuff just this, and it tastes delicious. So you do that. And then at some point, maybe the last 10 days of the first 30 days, you're going to take the Super Cleanser, which is intestinal cleanser. So it's a microbial parasite herb, kills candida overgrowth and unwanted bacteria, and helps get rid of cravings for starches and sugars, and helps with bloat and all that kind of stuff. And that's just another byproduct of this, is that when you clean up what you're eating, not only do you feel better emotionally and physically, but your cravings will change from the inside out. So there's no need to go into deprivation and dieting and all that. Like, I can't have this. Your cravings will naturally change because of what I've just talked about. And you're just going to crave more alkaline foods. So I think I'll finish there. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be a facilitator for this group. I hope you join us. We'll be offering all kinds of goodness. And I'm going to pass it on to Tal, who's one of my dearest friends. She's also a fitness nutrition coach. Her story, if you haven't heard it, you need to hear her transformation story. It's profound. And, you know, most Americans need to hear her story because they're in the same place. So take it away, Tal.
I love that. Most Americans. I am Jamaican, turned American. Thank you so much, Tanya. Your share, sorry, is so inspiring, especially coming from the world that you and I are both in with fitness and nutrition. To just know that, you know, coaches need coaching too, and that includes in our nutrition as well. So before I go into my share, I just want to let you know, I see some of you already doing it in the chat. We have a little surprise giveaway for only the people who are present here today. So go ahead and drop in the hashtag Jumpstart 2023. We're going to be writing down all those names. And then at the very end of this call, we'll announce who the winner is. And it'll be a fun little surprise, the giveaway. So and everyone can enter to win this, everyone on this call. Okay, so yes, my name is Tal Kapoor, and originally from Jamaica, and I used to be an athlete way back in the day. For tennis and swimming were my main focus, as well as track and field. Yeah, I moved to the US and I learned all about the standard American diet, you know, and it was like, woohoo, fast, easy, cheap. I was a student at UCLA. It's all I could afford. You know, pulling into McDonald's at 2 a.m. was like, oh, finally I get to eat some food. My vegetable was a French fry, literally. I say that with, you know, such confidence now, because now I know better and now my life is completely different. But at the time I was very ashamed and embarrassed. I knew I was doing something wrong. I just didn't know what else to do. I also suffered with PCOS. And for those of you that don't know, polycystic ovarian syndrome affects 1 in 40 women in the US only, way more in the whole world as well. And I had a pretty severe case. And so this is something that I suffered with since I was 13, since I first started my so-called cycle. And I was told that that was normal. And, some women go through this and whatever, we'll figure it out. That led into a whole trickle effect of ailments once I introduced the standard American diet into my lifestyle. It just elevated my PCOS, as well as bringing on high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes. I had a very, very horrible prognosis in 2017 that really sort of slapped the reality into me. I was 110 pounds overweight and I didn't know what to do. Every diet plan, protocol, cleanse, whatever you name it, I tried it. And I tried it several times and none of them would work. My thyroid was off, so I couldn't lose weight. And all my doctors were telling me were just, oh, if you just lost 20 pounds, you'd be fine. Okay, well, I'm trying, even the nutritionist that they would send me to through my insurance, string cheese and yogurt, like what? Okay. So the information that the medical world has is skewed, and I could go into a whole theory and conspiracy about that, and I won't do that to you today, but I'll just let you know that I was really, really sick, you guys, and I was in complete denial about it and never shared this with anyone. And I was suffering from severe anxiety and depression as well, and on 7 different medications, not to mention all the different over-the-counter medications I was taking daily. So a friend reached out and she said, I can help you. Let me try. I will hold your hand. It took me a long time to trust her because I had lost faith that I was going to be ever well again. And I was looking at a prognosis of within 10 years, I'd be on daily dialysis because I was damaging my kidneys so much with all the medications that they were prescribing me. Anyway, so I said yes. I said yes, heck it, whatever, let's just do it. You just got to tell me what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. And being an athlete before has always made me very coachable. And I stepped back into that space of being coachable. And I allowed her to literally tell me what to do. Because what I thought I knew, I didn't know what I was doing because it wasn't working. I had to change my mindset. I had to change how I actually take in information and how I produce that information within myself. So I don't want to go on too long, but I just want to say that, yay, I did this ULT protocol straight for 3 months. Then I sort of figured out what I was doing, what was happening. I lost 31 pounds in 3 months, you guys, 31 pounds. That's the most that has ever happened to me. And at the same time, I wasn't deprived. I wasn't depleting myself. I had the most amount of energy I had had in my life. I had 2 young kids at the time. And it's just, I was like, whoa, what is this? I feel like I'm living again. Tal was coming back into the game. So fast forward, I've now lost over 80 pounds. I've been with Purium for 5+ years. I lost 80 pounds by my 2nd year anniversary. That was kind of my 2-year goal. And became a fitness trainer and a health coach and nutrition advocate, and love to teach people about the gut and how protein helps your body and how strength training helps your weight loss journey, people. So it's become like this real thing where I've gone back in time and become my old self again. And it feels fantastic. I'm a much better mom. Oh my gosh, my kids actually dig me. That's weird, right? And they're teenagers and they talk to me and it's really cool, right? And my husband is once again in love with me. I mean, he always has, 30 years, he should be, right? But just life is just so much better. And so I share this loud and proud with as many people as I possibly can reach, because I really truly believe that nutrition is the way to life, to longevity, especially in the world that we're living in now. We need this support more than ever. And going through the holidays, man, that's Sugarland right there. That's where I lived, right? For years. I mean, and the stress that came into the holidays and just getting by, and then getting into January and deciding, okay, now New Year's resolution, now I'm going to restart after I've already put on another 10, 15 pounds. Like, what? We're doing this all wrong, you guys. We're doing this all wrong. It's wonderful to spend time with family and go on vacations and go to all the dinner parties and clubs or whatever, especially during the holidays. The trick is, the tiny little trick is, here's a little life hack. Supplement yourself with the best nutrition you possibly can throughout your day so you go out and you party like a rock star. The end. Like, it's so simple. All you have to do is just work on nourishing yourself, adding in all that goodness. So when something that comes in that's not so good, the pumpkin pie or whatever it is that's your nemesis comes in, it's okay. Your body can support that. Go ahead and treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, right? And so I love that we're doing this container because it's just wonderful to be supported by a community. So if anyone here is interested in also getting your own codes to share with other people, we do have an avenue for that. Or if you just want to be a customer, we love happy customers as well. So I could go on forever. We're already past the bottom of the hour, but go ahead and put your hashtag in there. I'm going to take names right now and I'll pass on the winner to Grace, who is going to announce it and close us out for the rest of the Zoom. Thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Oh my gosh, Tal, you got me excited and energized. Thank you, Bethany and Tanya and Tal. I really love this and what we experienced here today. Well, first of all, if you're feeling it, put it in the comments. What stands out to you from what you heard today? Just drop something in the comments. Give these ladies some love. Give yourself some love by reaffirming, a really juicy tidbit that you got today. So this is just an example of how we can support and uplift each other on this journey. And I just want to reiterate the power of getting on track now and not waiting until January, because there is kind of for me, there's an anxiety that approaches knowing that like, oh, I just really, really let it all go. And I don't say this to invoke shame in any of this. We're all doing the best we can. All right. And that's really one of the wonderful things about this specific protocol. I always tell my clients and customers, it's okay. Do the best you can. And you don't have to cut out every single thing, but add this in, give it 30 days and just see what can happen in your life. So imagine, there's a meme that I often see that says, a year from today, you'll be wishing that you would have started a year ago, right? You'll wish you would have started today. So let's just put that on the table. Let's just make the decision within ourselves, and whether it's by coming on board with this experience, or maybe there's another way that you need to go, but let's all make the decision together right now on this Zoom to prioritize our health starting now. All right. And the last thing that I'll say before we draw the winner, two things. First of all, the reason that I'm leaning back into this is because throughout our lives, when we need to get back on track with our health, we'll tweak a thing here or tweak a thing there, which is what I've been doing over the last handful of months. Oh, I'll drink more water. Oh, I'll walk more. Oh, I'll do this. But now I'm really, really tired of being in pain, having, I have like 40 pounds of extra weight right now, which really takes a toll on my body, and fatigue. And so I like 3 weeks ago, I was like, that is it. I am just going to do the ultimate lifestyle transformation. I'm going to get myself on track. And that's how it's been since 2015. Every time that I really need to get serious about it, I do this, and it's a total overhaul. All right. I saw in the chat that people were asking, how do we keep inviting people to this if they couldn't get on the Zoom today? We're going to do another Zoom a week from today. So if you have a friend that you feel would be into this program, we have a Facebook page. So whoever invited you here today, just get with them. They'll get you to the Facebook page. You can literally just tag your friends in the Facebook page and they can hop on the next Zoom. The other option is that they can watch this replay. All right. So just get with the person who invited you. There's lots of ways that you can still bring people into the fold. And that's what I'll say. I want to let you know that we are going to draw the winner for the two things. We're going to draw a winner on this Zoom, and I'm going to give you that information in a moment. But in terms of the larger giveaway, the $350 of Epic Superfood Nutrition, we're going to give a whole pack away. We're going to be drawing that winner on Monday, the 28th, excuse me, Monday, the 28th of November. All right. So if you are not clear about how to win that, you've already gotten one entry just by being on this Zoom. And then just, whoever held your hand and got you here, lean into them and they'll tell you additional steps you can take to get more entries. All right, Tal, did you send me that information? Okay, let me look here. Okay, give me a drum roll, please. And the winner is Kristen Resistuco. I hope I didn't just slaughter your last name. Are you here, Kristen? If you are and you feel comfortable, yay, awesome. Congratulations. Tal, do you want to let her know what she won?
Yay, so happy. Congratulations, Kristen. You win a pack of the Cocoa Hydrate.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Kristen. All right, thank you, Tal, for that. Thank you, everybody. If you have questions, again, lean into the person who invited you here. Thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your day. We're going to go ahead and end it here so that you can go on with your world, but we're going to be doing another Zoom next Saturday. And if you bring a friend, if you were invited today and you bring a friend, you will get an extra entry for introducing somebody else to it, and they will also get an entry into the giveaway. All right. All right. Many blessings. If you want to come off of mute, say goodbye. And it's a wrap until next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank
you so much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Happy holidays.
Woo!
Happy
Much love. I'm
holidays.
just going to get everyone on a little, everybody say, Jumpstart to 2023.
Jumpstart to 2023.
2023.
All right. Aloha. Thanks, everybody.